For nearly 30 years, Toyota relied on a battery technology that helped make the Prius one of the world's most famous hybrid cars. Since 1997, nickel metal hydride batteries have been a major part of Toyota's hybrid strategy. But now, after around 28 to 29 years, Toyota is preparing to move beyond this old battery technology, and the technology replacing it could change the entire story of Toyota's electric cars. The company is now focusing more on high-energy density lithium-ion batteries. According to the roadmap, the first battery could offer more than 800 kilometers of range and charge from 10 to 80% in around 20 minutes. After that, Toyota is targeting a bipolar lithium-ion battery with more than 1,000 kilometers of range. And later, with a solid-state battery, this figure could reach 1,200 kilometers, while charging could take only around 10 minutes. But the biggest question here is not battery range. The question is, if Toyota could move in this direction, why was it so late in the EV race? And why is battery production suddenly being expanded from Japan to Indonesia? Stay until the end of the video, because ahead we will understand how Toyota is not just developing a new battery, but also trying to turn its hybrid strength into EV strength. Before we move ahead in the video, subscribe to the channel so you can watch videos like this first. To understand Toyota's new battery strategy, we first need to go back a little. In 1997, Toyota introduced the Prius, and this is where its hybrid technology story began on a large scale. In the Prius, Toyota used a nickel metal hydride, or NiMH, battery. Over time, this battery chemistry became an important part of many Toyota hybrid cars. At that time, the NiMH battery was a practical option. It was reliable and could work for a long time in a hybrid system. Toyota continued improving this technology and used it in millions of hybrid cars. But it also has some limitations. NiMH batteries are heavier, and their energy density is lower compared with lithium-ion batteries. In simple words, with the same weight and space, they cannot store as much energy. Even then, Toyota did not leave this technology quickly. The company continued using it on a large scale for around 28 to 29 years. But now, the picture is changing. In Toyota's recent quarterly earnings report, Chief Accounting Officer Takanori Zuma said that the company is now moving toward next-generation high-energy density lithium-ion batteries. This may sound like Toyota is preparing to move away from hybrids, but that is not the case. In fact, Toyota's hybrid business is still very strong. Last year, the company sold around 4.66 million hybrid vehicles, and this year, that figure is expected to go above 5 million. This means that technology that many other companies started seeing as less important after EVs arrived is still bringing Toyota both large-scale sales and money. And this raises an interesting question. If Toyota's hybrid cars are selling so well, why does the company need to change its old battery strategy? The answer is not hidden only in the range of the new battery. Toyota probably wants to use the money it is earning from hybrids, its large production scale, and its battery manufacturing experience for fully electric cars in the future. And the biggest sign of this is not visible in its cars, but inside the changing battery production lines in Japan. Toyota's real preparation is happening inside the factory, not the car. Now, the question is, if Toyota wants to move beyond its old battery technology and shift to new technology, where is all this preparation actually happening? The answer is not in a new car, but inside Toyota's factories and battery production lines. Toyota is changing its battery production lines in Japan. The company aims to build production capacity where next-generation battery packs for around 600,000 vehicles can be made every year. The plan is to gradually increase this capacity by 2027 and 2028. At first, 600,000 cars may not look like a very big number compared with Toyota's entire global business. But its real importance is not just about producing batteries for these cars. Working on new production lines will give Toyota more experience in battery manufacturing. The company will be able to understand different battery chemistries on a larger scale, improve its production process, and strengthen its relationships with suppliers. All these things will become useful when Toyota needs batteries on a large scale for millions of electric cars in the future. But the preparation is not limited to Japan. Toyota currently depends on CATL batteries for several of its EVs. Now, Toyota is also preparing to take a large supply from CATL's new battery operation in Indonesia. This operation is in Karawang, Indonesia, and it is expected to provide batteries for around 200,000 additional EVs. Toyota's local subsidiary has invested around $76 million in this direction. It is part of CATL's larger battery project in Indonesia worth around $6 billion. The initial annual production capacity of this project is around 6.9 gigawatt hours, with a target to increase it to nearly 15 gigawatt hours in the future. Another major change is happening here. Earlier, Toyota Indonesia imported battery cells from outside, but now the company is moving toward making cells locally. According to the plan, Toyota Indonesia will also start exporting batteries from the second half of the year. If this happens, it will become Toyota's first subsidiary in Southeast Asia to export batteries. This means Toyota is slowly building a larger battery network instead of depending on just one place. On one side, its own production capacity is being increased in Japan, while local manufacturing is being prepared in Indonesia. And China also has a major part of the battery supply chain. This makes it clear that Toyota's preparation is not limited to launching just one new EV. The company first wants to strengthen the battery manufacturing base and supply chain needed behind it. 800 plus km range and 20% lower battery cost. Now let's understand how Toyota's entire battery preparation will affect its electric cars. The company's next-generation lithium-ion battery is being called the performance battery. Its goal is not just to increase the car's range, but also to improve battery cost, weight, and charging. According to Toyota, this new performance battery could be made at around 20% lower cost compared with the current BZ4X battery pack. At the same time, its energy density will also be higher. In simple words, energy density means storing more energy in less space and with less weight. This is very important for an EV because the battery is one of the heaviest parts of the car. If a very large and heavy battery pack is not needed to store more energy, the overall weight of the car can be reduced. With less weight, the motors need less energy to move the car, which improves efficiency. Along with this, if the car's aerodynamics are also improved, air resistance becomes lower, and the same battery can take the car farther. By combining these changes, Toyota is targeting a driving range of more than 800 kilometers with its performance battery. If we compare this with Toyota's current EV, the difference becomes clearer. The current long-range version of the BZ4X gets around a 73 kilowatt-hours battery pack with smaller wheels and offers a range of about 573 kilometers. With the new battery, Toyota is talking about nearly 40% more range while also targeting around 20% lower battery cost.